Hello, welcome to Souls Intersect. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs. I'm going to read through the cards for you. From the top left, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. And then the World, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. And then on the bottom, the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing the World in the same position as the Virgo reading, I believe it was, and it also had the Hanged Man, so if that is in your chart, I would check it out. There might be some messages for you in the Virgo reading. But I want to start with this Three of Pentacles. I get the sense that there is something that you have been building, putting effort into, either literally or figuratively, and wondering where the results are, or wondering how long it's going to take to yield results. Feels very work-related, being a pentacle, and just the dynamics I described sound like that, sound like building up a business or something along those lines. But it can also be literally building something, or like a house or a relationship or partnership or something like that, even an organization. And you have the two sevens, the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. They usually mean some sort of a delay for me, and especially in terms of the Seven of Pentacles being so close to this Hanged Man. It is emphasizing that sense of you wondering when it's going to bear fruit, when you're going to see the results, and just waiting and some sort of delay around that. The Four of Swords is also in that section of four cards, so going over them again, you have that Four of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Three of those cards can have to do with delays or stagnation, especially the Four of Swords in terms of stagnation. So I feel that there are delays happening, but that there also it may be that you're spending too much time fixating on that, like when it will yield results, even to the point that there may be results that you're not seeing, that are happening already that you're not seeing for whatever reason. And I say that because I see the Ten of Pentacles in the World. I do also sense with those two cards that a time is coming where you're going to see more results, even if there have been some and you've happened to miss them for whatever reason. It does feel like things will come full circle, that a new cycle will open up, and you will see a strong sense of financial fulfillment. You will see whatever this is bear fruit. Right now, there are delays. I feel like it's just the way that it's meant to happen right now. The Ace of Swords next to the Knight of Swords. This, to me, I'm feeling a strong sense of a message coming through from someone. Both of these cards can have to do with verbal communication, a message being delivered, and I also feel like it carries with it a strong sense of clarity around something. The Seven of Wands can also have to do with delays, as I mentioned, and usually this is more in the realm of you. So when I say delays, it doesn't mean that it's not meant to be happening. There are points where things are a little bit more drawn out for various reasons, and it can have to do with the element of the card and many other things. But in the case of the Seven of Wands, it tends to be the situation where some extra time is needed to prove yourself in some way. Sometimes it can be getting in your own way, though, needing to prove yourself too much. And I do feel overall with this reading that there's a sense of you being too hard on yourself, where I mentioned Some of it does seem like it's you not necessarily overthinking, but maybe spending too much time thinking about when whatever this is going to yield results. And I'm seeing the butterflies in the Four of Swords. It's interesting that we don't have swords in the card. You have these four butterflies, and it can mean stagnation. And when you see those four swords, it almost seems like they're stuck in the ground, and there's just this sense of inertia in this card usually. But I really like this depiction because the four butterflies give it this hidden meaning. It's really the underlying meaning where not thinking, fixating too much will allow it to take flight, essentially. So a delay is there for a reason. It does need some time the energies need time to shift. But if you can try to not place so much mental focus on it, they'll come to life themselves. And with the butterflies too, you have that sense of metamorphosis, and you really see that with the World card too. So my sense is that there's some maybe stagnant energies around. It's nothing anyone's done wrong. It's meant to be happening like this. Things are just developing and growing, and there is going to be a shift, it feels like, where a new cycle opens up and you'll see things start to bear fruit more. And there's that extra message too with the Seven of Wands, which can have to do with getting in your own way, as I mentioned. And I feel like that's the message with it coming through pretty strongly for you. I feel like I'm also getting from that card questioning of faith, like how much faith to put into the outcome of whatever this is, that maybe you haven't been. And that could also be because there's been so much just thinking or worrying about it and mental focus, where some more release and just leaving it to a sense of faith and trust in the universe is more necessary. So I feel like that's coming through with that too. So try to let go of whatever this is. I feel like you're doing the work with the Three of Pentacles. If you're doing the work, if you're starting to build those blocks up for a foundation, then that means you will see rewards in some way. You'll see a result in some way. It might not be exactly in the form that you expect, but if you're putting in that effort, it's going to yield something. It's so easy to get in moments of stagnation to feel like it's permanent. I don't know why. It's something about the energy of stagnation itself. But remember that one thing to remember in those periods is that things are happening. We're just not seeing them exactly, and they're not looking exactly like we expect. But things are happening, and then usually something shifts, and we're able to see movement again. We're in general very uncomfortable with inertia, I think, and there's a strong message of that coming through for you. Maybe even trying to get comfortable with it on some level and allowing that to help your faith build up more. I want to come back though to this Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The Knight of Swords, it can be a message. It also feels like it might be a person for some of you. And it feels like a different energy from the reading. I see a lot of dark and light green and reds in the other cards. And then whereas with these two swords, you see that the blue and purple. It feels like a shift. This could be a key turning point in relation to whatever this other process is that's happening. But I do feel like someone kind of rushing in with an idea. It might just be an idea and not a person, but either way, it feels like someone coming in and shifting things a little bit. For some of you, it could be an important message in relation to this other stuff. And again, that would be like the turning point. It would shift things. It may be an introduction of some kind of idea to maybe take things in a different direction too. The other thing is that being that these cards feel like they have such a different energy from the others, it could be something that comes in as a distraction, a good distraction. So it could be a person, it could very well be a love interest, maybe an air sign. But someone who is smart, someone who will engage you in other ways. So it may be romantic and there may be some emotional fulfillment from that. But I also feel like, being the Swords card, that it will occupy you on the mental level, which could help ease the pressure of this other stuff. So because this person is intelligent, because I feel like you're intellectually compatible, they will be able to engage you in that way, and it feels like a welcome and positive distraction, and possibly just a new beginning in general to something. At the very least, a new beginning in how you see things, your outlook, but him coming in with that ace, and it may be male or female, but this card next to the ace can be indicating a new beginning, directly in relation to this other person. Okay, Scorpios, if you have any questions about this or about my services, feel free to email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. And the address to my site is below, and there is a lot of information there about my services and also my approach, so you're welcome to check that out if you'd like. Take care and have a good month of February.